Ballerina stars Ana de Armas, got Lance Reddick, Keanu Reeves, and some other familiar faces like Ian McShane. This movie does take place in the John Wick universe. I won't say exactly where it takes place, but it might be middle of the John Wick franchise. It follows Eve Macaro, a ballerina assassin who begins to train with the assassin traditions of the Ruska Roma and sets out an extensive revenge over something that happened in her childhood. After Eve's tragic past, Winston from the John Wick franchise meets up with her and tells her to come with him and join up with her father's family. And that's when the movie really starts to kick up, where Eve Macaro meets the director of the Ruska Roma and learns how to become a ballerina assassin. A lot of people immediately thought this movie was going to be a very girl power, girl boss type of movie. It's not. It does have elements like that. Fight like a girl is something they do say in the movie. When she realizes that, yes, I can't, as a 110-pound, 5-foot female, beat up this 285-pound, 6'2" guy. You gotta be scrappy. She consistently uses awesome weapons around, like ice skates. That was an amazing scene with some ice skate battling. There was a lot of grenade use. Shout out to eardrums in this movie, because there's no way Ana de Armas' character was able to hear a damn thing in this movie. She had to have had her ears blown out like 1,000 times over with some of these explosions that happened next to her. Everybody's getting shot in this movie, and the best way to heal a gunshot wound is to take a knife, heat it up, and just place it right over the wound. But Eve is out for revenge, a classic John Wick trait that she does share with John Wick. And I will say there is a lot of moments where you do wonder how is she accomplishing some of the stuff like this, because she's not John Wick. She can't get thrown through glass windows and just tank it and survive, but there's a lot in this that shows she is not a John Wick level. There is a moment where they do interact a couple of times, but where they definitely show that she is nowhere near John Wick's level, and she knows it. Everyone knows it. She never gets one over on him to where you're kind of like, oh, come on. It really is nothing like that. John Wick is the Baba Yaga in this movie, and he lives up to that name. We got some other characters from other popular franchises, such as Norman Reedus making an appearance in this, which was really cool. Gabriel Byrne as one of the main villains in the movie. This is definitely not my favorite John Wick movie at all. I would actually put it below all the other John Wicks. I think the John Wick movies have a certain pacing that I think really works for it. There's a little bit of mystery involved with John Wick's character, his backstory, and pretty much everything that's going on with Keanu Reeves in those movies. And not that Ana de Armas doesn't have that aura in the movie, there just isn't as much mystery to her character as there is John Wick. And I think that does make the movie feel a little bit long at a certain point. It's not a bad movie by any stretch of the means. The action itself is fantastic. I did hear that there was a 90% of the movie was reshot by the John Wick director, and the original bit of the movie was a different director but you're all asking, Big Green, what makes this a great movie? What makes this a good John Wick franchise movie? There's a flamethrower battle at one point. Like a full-on beam struggle, Dragon Ball Z style, with replays. They replay it because it's so hype. For that alone, that toward the end sequence, it's definitely a John Wick at its peak moment, especially given the beam struggle itself. I'm gonna give this movie a 3 out of 5. That sounds a lot harsher than it should, but a 3 is decent for me. That means I did like the movie. I think this is the weakest of the John Wick movies, and not because of Eve as a character. It's just more of the mystery is gone from these movies, and I think, Keanu being in it, and you can still get out. You always have a choice. Like, his voice is very silly, which is not a bad thing. It's just, it is what it is. But 3 out of 5. Let me know what you think of this movie in the comments below. Let me know how you felt about the girl power stuff that was in the movie. I think it was done pretty well. Alright, but that's about it. See you next time. Oh man, all this farming is making me thirsty. Good thing I have Dubby Hybrid. 0 sugar energy formula. Just rip the top with Dubby's patented formula. You don't even need that much powder. A quick shake. And with that, I can watch even the worst movie I could ever think of. Use code CSPINS for 10% off.